Hello, and welcome to another special event. Today, you are witnessing the prediction of the AFC and NFC Conference Championship football games. Hi, I am your host, the Showstopper. You have seen me do food reviews, you have seen me do comedy videos, you've even seen me sing and rap. Today, you're going to see me predict for the second time in about a week. The last prediction I did was for the national championship game for college football between Ohio State and Oregon, and I completely missed that one as I underestimated the power of the dark side known as Ohio State. And they did very well, and congrats to them on winning the championship, and I hope Cardell Jones does well as he's going to stay at Ohio State. Now, today, I'm here to talk about the two games, Indianapolis at New England and Green Bay at Seattle. Now, these teams are not unfamiliar with each other as they've both played each other this year. Earlier this year, Green Bay and Seattle played in the first game of the season. Green Bay lost. And also earlier this year, Indianapolis and New England played, and Indianapolis lost bad as they gave up over 240 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns to one Jonas Gray. Now, touching on the first game of the day, which is Green Bay and Seattle, I am going to give you a couple of key players to watch out for in that game. Jermaine Kearse on the Seattle Seahawks. He has done very well in his last 3 playoff games, which includes a little game known as the Super Bowl. In those 3 games, he has caught 9 passes for over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns, including a touchdown last week on 3 receptions and had over 100 yards receiving. On the other side, look out for Devontae Adams as a lot of attention is given to Cobb and Jordy Nelson. Look for him to have another big game as he did last week against Dallas, where he had caught 7 passes for 117 yards. It was targeted multiple other times as well. He caught a TD as well, made some guys miss, and had a little bit of yak yards after catch. Tic-tac-toe. Yak is what you need to know. Now, what I have for this game is a lot of people are going to go with the home team, the 12th man. I'm not going for that team. Yes, you heard it here. You don't need to go to any other news source to find out your predictions. Stay here with me, the Showstopper. You don't need to go to Fox. You don't need to go to ESPN. You don't need to go to the NFL Network. You don't even need to go to ESPN.com. You don't even need to go to the store right now because you just need to watch me. I'm predicting that Green Bay will beat Seattle by a final score of 34-23. That means that Seattle will be kicking lots of field goals, and that means that Green Bay is going to win and get to the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers deserves it. He has put in the time and the effort, didn't lose at home, has an amazing season, 38 touchdowns versus 5 picks, and I expect him to make full use of his weapons and his arsenal and do very well in this game. Expect Eddie Lacy to perform well as he's played on the big stage before with Alabama, and he knows how to handle the noise and the large crowds of those college SEC stadiums. Hats off to him on another great year, and Green Bay will win this game. Go Pack, go. On the other side, we have the AFC game later that day. Again, I've touched on a little bit of Indy and New England, and we know they have a long history. They've played 17 times since 2001, with New England being 12-5 in those games. Now, what I'm looking for in this game, some more rushing. I don't expect 240 yards. I do expect over 100 yards, most of those by LeGarrette Blount, and I expect him to have a touchdown. He's one of the key players. Now, the thing is, you say, well, let's stop the running game and make Tom Brady beat us. Did you just hear what you just said? Because Tom Brady will beat you, and he has before. Tom Brady is hungry. He hasn't won a Super Bowl in 11 years. For Tom Brady, that's a lifetime. For us Chiefs fans, that's 1970. So, what I expect is Tom Brady to do his very best, and he will get this team back to the Super Bowl. Yes, you heard it here. I'm predicting New England to win 34. Oh, 34 again? Yes, both games will have the winner score 34, and in this game, it will be 24 for Indianapolis. The key players for both teams, definitely the quarterbacks. I already got LeGarrette Blount on New England, and expect Brandon LaFell to also do well for New England to catch a couple deep passes and stretch that defense out, and Gronk will also have a good game for New England as Tom Brady makes the most of his top players and feeds the ball to those hungry Lions. On Indianapolis side, expect Luck to do well as usual. Probably get close to 400 yards passing, but he'll also throw a couple picks. Darrelle Revis will pick the ball off in this game. I think they had it pretty easy against Peyton Manning as he was injured, and he's also advanced in age, and I think his game was finally figured out as he's a dink and dunk passer now. Not going to call him Alex Smith yet, but all he did was throw screens to Demaryius Thomas, and Demaryius Thomas could even catch him anymore. Basically, I expect Indianapolis to have a much tougher time with New England because New England will not play that kind of game. If they do anything, they will run the ball. Basically, my only really surprise player may be Dante Moncrief on Indianapolis. Expect them to just do what they always do, go to Boom Heron, and the normal kind of plays, as Trent Richardson was actually deactivated for the last game. So we'll see what happens when it comes to the players, but I still have New England winning this game. Their experience will win out. Tom Brady's hungry, and this may be his last shot to pull off this kind of win and get to another Super Bowl. So in the Super Bowl, I have Green Bay, I have New England. Watch out for me to come back with my next episode of predictions. And because I will be right, and because I will give you the right information, you will be back, and you will subscribe, and you will come back and listen to the Showstopper Predicts, episode number 3, which will be the Super Bowl picks. Keep it tuned in here. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos. Leave me comments, feedback. Tell me how good my hair looked in this video, because then I will write back to you and say thank you. In my Showstopper videos, I say may the fork stop here. This is a nod to Star Wars, plus the fact that the fork stops when the video does. The pork will stop here. I've given you what you need to know. Sit back, put your feet on your ottoman, put your hand on your hot wings, and the other hand on a big tall glass of cold, ice-cold soda. Knock it back, enjoy the games, spend 8 hours watching football, because I will see you next week with the Super Bowl predictions. Thank you.